Welcome back to the final episode of my trip to Barcelona. In this episode, the SV650 is back in the Netherlands, and together with a friend, I start searching for the electrical issue that ended my motorcycle journey. We suspect it's something to do with the stator, voltage regulator, or maybe a faulty battery. In the end, we find and fix the problem. Here's what happened. Welcome back in the beautiful Netherlands. Today is great weather and it's a cool day because the motorcycle actually got back to the garage of Lunar. Before the vacation we were modifying the motorcycle, giving it a big service. That was fine, but we didn't check how the electrical system was. So today we will do a diagnose and see how the motorcycle, what the problem actually is. This is the first time I've seen it since I left France, and it looks great. I mean, it's still in great shape, no damage whatsoever. So yeah, now we will figure out what the problem is, at least Luna will, and then we can work from there.
Together we will.
Yeah, together, yes. So the first thing we are going to do is check how the motor, if it actually goes on. So we have the same battery as on holiday and we have a booster. Not a lot of power, but we will check if it's okay.
I don't think so.
So yeah, we can check if it actually goes on.
Oh, it doesn't even turn on the lights. I think the battery is completely gone.
Yeah.
So I'll take the battery off, put a different one in, and then try again.
Okay, yeah, so new battery. Okay, we put in a new battery. This time actually the lights go on, so we can start it, Lunar.
Let's go. Zit hier doesn't want to work. Maybe I need to put the
Oh ja, je moet die koppeling in. Ja. Yes. This was not the problem I was having.
Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure how much voltage it is. So when it's running, it should give me 14 volts, or at least above 13.5 volts. So we're gonna check that right now. 18 volts.
Ah, 80.
That means
Overcharge.
overcharging. Yeah. What does that mean, Jelle?
I don't know. Maybe it blows up the battery.
Yeah,
Eventually?
it can fuck up the battery. Yes, it can. So what that means is the regulator rectifier, the voltage that's regulating the voltage for going to 14 volts, because it shouldn't go to 18 volts. It's way too high. So now it's overcharging it with 18 volts, which can damage the battery, can damage the whole system. That means the regulator rectifier is fucked.
Which is over here.
Which is over here. So
yeah.
That's the issue. Easy
Okay.
peasy.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, alternator is still good, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still charging, but it doesn't regulate it.
Okay, so that's actually a smaller problem than the dynamo. Okay,
Yes.
that's nice. That's a good thing. But you also told me that this is actually the problem with this motorcycle, which is...
It's a known issue. So
exactly.
It's a known issue that the regulator rectifier is fucked on these bikes.
Yeah.
Probably getting too warm because there's not a lot of airflow coming in from here, and
Yeah.
the regulator rectifier can get really hot.
Yeah.
And it needs to be cooled. So if you can't really see it, but normally the regulator rectifier
it's over there.
It's over here. It has cooling fins on it.
Yeah.
But cooling fins have no purpose if there's no air going in.
Exactly.
And I don't see any area where the air could go in from here.
But because this is open, maybe it can go in.
Maybe it does, yeah. But there's a lot of wires here that's obstructing the airflow and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe we can figure something out to improve the airflow and to cool it more, because when I took off the battery, when I had the problem, it was very hot.
Yeah. That's because it's
Charging, yeah.
You know, that's why it gets super hot.
Yeah, but for me it's difficult to tell if it's normal because I was driving for a very long time, or it was too much.
Yeah.
But when I felt it, it was very hot.
Very hot, yeah.
So okay.
There's a chance your battery that you bought brand new is fucked as well.
Yeah, we will see. We'll see.
We'll see.
If it's the rectifier and a new battery, that is actually not that expensive anyway. So we're still safe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get these hoods off, I guess.
Yeah.
Or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we should order the part first.
Welcome back. We are again at Lunar's shop. Last time we actually were diagnosing the problem and we came across the problem, which was the faulty current regulator. Yeah. It was showing up as 18 volt or somewhere around that. So we actually ordered the part over here. It's according to Lunar, it should be an upgrade because it has a MOSFET and it's also it can also handle lithium ion. I don't have that, but still good for the future.
Yeah.
So we're going to install this one, and hopefully it works and the problem is solved.
Time will tell. We'll see.
We will see. So now the thing we have to do is remove these screws, and then the side panel can come off. And that's actually all that is needed. So not much. So this is the old one, and we will see if it's possible to replace this. So we found this. It's actually melted with the plastic. So that's definitely the problem which I was facing. So here you can see it maybe. Now we can see it even better now. Right now, it melted away. So yeah.
The only problem we're facing now is that the connectors do not really add up. So we got like 2 connectors compared to 1 connector from the new one. So we have to improvise and make a new connector, or cut everything and just combine it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
So we'll fix it now.
Okay.
Try our best.
Yeah. Okay, so a short update. We removed this connector. And we used the old one for the yellow wires, and now we are going to use tin, I guess.
Tin, yeah.
How do you call it?
I don't know. In English, I don't know.
You can show it.
Soldeer tin.
Soldeer tin.
Basically, with this wire, we're gonna melt the wire, connect these wires together, and put like a seal around it, like a crimping thing. I don't know what it's. English is difficult with
difficult
tools
words,
and stuff. That's just it.
Yeah.
So we use these around it. Melt them together, and then fingers crossed, and it should work. Hopefully.
Yeah. So the red wire goes on the other red wire, and then we use this one to cover it.
A little sock to cover it.
Yeah.
And then we heat it up, and it will shrink.
Yeah.
This one over this one.
Should be fine.
Should be fine. Should work like that.
Fingers crossed. So almost ready. Now these 2 are together, and then we can see if it actually works. Yeah. So it's all ready for now. We have the black and red together, and we used an old connector for the yellow wires. So what's next?
Connect the battery, and then we're gonna start the engine and see what happens with the voltage and if it's okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Als je nog film.
Okay,
So we're gonna start the engine now, and then we just straight away we're going to check the voltage and see if the regulator is regulating the voltage.
Yes. Allemaal.
Ja.
340.
14.5 volts. That's perfect. So it's working.
It's working.
It's working right now.
40. Can you show it?
Yeah.
I can.
I'll do it around.
Yeah. 14.6. And if you rev it?
Yeah, I can't rev it. Usually rev it. Dat laat maar.
So a maximum of 14, 14.8, 7,
Yeah.
that's what.
Yeah.
So that is good, right?
That's good. Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
work.
So we did everything we should do. Fairing is back on it, but we also made a small improvement. This hole, because behind this is of course the alternator, the current alternator, and
The regulator rectifier.
yeah, regulator rectifier. Yeah. So this should be improve the airflow across that thing to make sure it's surviving for a longer time.
Yeah,
So yeah,
'cause
small adjustment.
Yeah, because the thing has cooling fans on it, the regulator rectifier. But if there's no like air coming into the tail fairing, then the cooling fins will not do anything. So this little hole is exactly where the regulator rectifier is located. So it will give a little bit of airflow inside to hopefully keep it cool during a trip and not strand in France any longer.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to let that happen too often.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's finish the thing up and just go for a drive. So this was actually the end, because now we're going for a drive to see if everything is working out. I hope it will be. And here we have the beast of Lunar. He's going off-road. I will not be doing that, but yeah, it looks clean.
Well, I'm not either, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna ride on the
What is
the
this then?
street.
Nice, nice. Okay, let's do it. Yes, the Suzuki seems to be back in working order, and I'm very happy to be riding it again. With this positive ending, we've reached the final episode of the road trip series to Barcelona. It's been an amazing journey for many reasons, with lots of ups and downs. If you have watched every episode, thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed the ride, just as I did. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more motorcycle videos like this one, hit subscribe. And I see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.